Hey, I'm Rejected Shotgun, and welcome to Halo 3 modding tools. It might look like I'm sitting here playing Halo 3, but I am in fact fully within the tools right now. If I zoom out, you can see this isn't even the actual Halo 3 game, but merely the visual in-game editor. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff while I'm here, like go check out all the objects that I've put into my custom map here. Let's say I want to do a vehicle. I'll right-click somewhere, set my vehicle to be, let's just say, a mongoose. And there's our mongoose. Oh, don't want a mongoose? How about we swap it over to, say, an anti-air wraith? And there we have it. I can move it around, do whatever I really want with it. I can even kill my own Spartan with it if I wanted to, but it looks like all the AI coveys that I set down over here have kind of cleaned up and taken care of that job. This here is a fully custom map that I've put together with the tools. I made this map very quickly in Blender. As you can see, it's basic, and I was able to import it into the game very easily. Not only that, I was able to import tons of custom assets using these tools, and it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. For those of you who are longtime viewers of my channel, you know that this is something that never was possible before. I've gone pretty far with the community-made tools, but this is something else. Now, it's one thing to have a fully custom map, which is already bonkers on its own, but now these little squares you see everywhere are places that I said AI are allowed to travel to, and you can see them traveling around to these points. We can make fully scripted campaign missions with these tools. It's really pretty insane. And not only that, you saw in the intro this long sword which fires a nuke, and it's a custom imported model into the game from Halo 2 Anniversary with some edits by community members. There's so much potential here. I'm gonna do a really quick show off because many of you who watch my streams and videos know I love pelicans, and this is my current iteration of the perfect Halo 3 pelican. So when I hop into here, you can see my landing gear is deployed, and it's still deployed, and when I go up, the landing gear goes up. Beautiful. I gave it some forward animations so that it can kind of, tilt forward and backward the wings rather than just having them turn to the sides, which is reminiscent, for any of you peeps who like modding, of Halo 2 pelicans. Really big fan of it, and I like it a lot. I could easily throw some weapons onto this bad boy and start fighting all these Covenant down here who are chasing me down, and honestly, it wouldn't be terribly hard to do. This tool I'm using right now is called Sapien. It's really, really powerful and by far the most fun part of the mod tools. But on top of that, I can just quickly tab out of my player and let him sit inside of that pelican there. I can show you the other part of the tools, which is this, Gorilla. It's a very powerful editor that's reminiscent of the community tools we've had for a long time, but it's much better. Everything's filled out, and we have tons of fine control. In that nuclear bomb, the big mushroom cloud that you saw earlier, I was able to do it through this. With a whole bunch of different particle effects, I could go through and find some big rolling smoke particles. I had full control over all of the various details of it and how they worked. And all of this is now available to all players. You can even go ahead, like I said earlier, and import custom models such as this massive longsword here, and you can go really far with it. And if you don't feel like you want to dip your toes into all of this massive amount of work and custom content that it goes into creating something like longswords in this map and everything, you don't have to. You can do this. This is Sandtrap, but it's not just any version of Sandtrap, it's my custom modded one. Where over there you can see a pelican I was testing out. And over here, you can see I've added a bunch of brute AI that are just kind of hanging out. This is where I tested out some AI a little bit ago, and you can see I've got all of their points where they can walk around, and yeah, you could turn a multiplayer map into a mini campaign of sorts if you wanted to using these tools. I haven't even touched on the scripting side of things, but there's a lot to it. Oh, and just for fun, I'll enable the Scarab. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, now you can have a fully working Scarab AI on your Sandtrap. Admittedly, this one isn't actually fully working. It doesn't walk around yet because I haven't given it places to walk to, but it's definitely a Scarab and it's definitely trying to kill me. All of these tools have so much potential I haven't even talked about yet. If you go on my Twitter and see some of the things I'm retweeting by other people, there is a lot happening. Tons of custom characters are being imported, custom maps, Blood Gulch is back in Halo 3, as well as a ton of other maps and things like ODSTs and custom Spartans. They're all in the game, and it is absolutely nuts. And while I tell you about that a little bit, let's jump back in the other map so I can fire some nukes out of my nuke launcher. So I feel comfy and right at home on my map that I've been working on for a couple of days. I would love to tell you and show you specifically all of the amazing content that's been created by people, with these new mod tools, but honestly, it would be doing them a disservice by not allowing them to show you. So go check out some of the other mod tools videos that are coming out on YouTube here, and go check out Twitter if you use Twitter, because there's an insane amount of awesome stuff being created. And I guess I'll take this time to cut the video a little short before 8 minutes. I know, sacrilege, I'm a YouTuber. But I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you want to see a ton of crazy mods coming out soon, and to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn how to use these tools, I'll have tons of tutorials coming pretty soon, so keep your eye out for those if you're interested in being able to do any of this stuff for yourself. It's actually a lot easier than modding some other games. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, I very much appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye now.